USA Radio News with Tim Berg.
Undeterred by a new Fox News poll that shows 48% of voters want Democrats to spend less time investigating President Trump, Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Democrat from New York, Jerry Nadler, says full steam ahead.
We will continue to seek testimony from key fact witnesses. As many of you know, the committee has authorized several additional subpoenas. Our work will continue into the August recess, and we will use those subpoenas if we must. Finally, today, we are filing an application for the grand jury material underlying the Mueller report.
A record number of unaccompanied illegal alien children have crossed the U.S. border with Mexico since October. Immigration officials report 61,000 have crossed into the country, which is 2,000 more than the previous record that was set during the entire 2016 fiscal year. This is USA Radio News. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is speaking out about North Korea's latest missile test. With more, here's USA Radio Network's Chris Barnes.
On the heels of renewed missile testing by North Korea, a U.S. official now reportedly says Iran has test-fired a medium-range ballistic missile that traveled over 600 miles. CNN reporting the unnamed official has confirmed the launch. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says if it's true, he wouldn't be surprised.
They continue to engage in malign activity. They continue to build out their missile program. They continue to work on their nuclear systems, and yet they want to tell the world that, no, they're just defensive and they're just being a normal nation, and we all see differently.
He spoke on Hannity on Fox.
New York City is suing American Airlines over claims the carrier retaliates against workers who call in sick. The city's Department of Consumer and Worker Protection says the airline assigned disciplinary points for every sick day used. The suit also claims American didn't pay sick leave at the required rate. And you're listening to USA Radio News. Republican Senator Mitt Romney is against a budget deal that he says will add trillions of dollars to the national debt. Romney says Congress should work to create a balanced budget that restores the country's fiscal foundation. I had a chance to catch up with best-selling author and financial expert James Rickards. One of the things we discuss is how the debt continues to rise, and this is not a Republican or Democrat issue.
I said we used to have bipartisan responsibility. Today we have bipartisan irresponsibility. And throughout history, from George Washington to Bill Clinton, it had gone up and down and up and down. It didn't go straight up. It was a cycle, and it would go up in times of war and go down in times of peace. That ran off the rails beginning in 2001. So George Bush, when Bill Clinton left office, the national debt was $5 trillion. Bush doubled it to $10 trillion, and then Obama doubled it again to $20 trillion. And Trump has added $2 trillion in 2 years. So Republican or Democrat, all three of these presidents have run this thing off the rails. And here's the problem. People say, oh, so what? You borrow some more money, Treasury market's strong, we can afford it, et cetera. But normally you don't worry about that. If you're growing, like, hey, debt's high, but I'm growing and growing strongly, so I can afford it. Well, we're not growing strongly. We're growing at 2%, and the debt's going up 5 or 6 or 7% under current projections.
For more news, you can find us online at usaradio.com. For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.